So today I'm going to take you through a walk around my home city of Manchester. And this is where I was born and raised. I've lived here for 41 years. And over the last few years, the city's gone through a lot of different changes. Some people would say that it's turned into an absolute shithole. Some people would say that the city's amazing. So today I'm going to take you around and we're going to look at what it's really like in Manchester in 2025. So yeah, this is the infamous tunnel. A lot of you would have probably seen it on YouTube. What goes on down here, etc. It's absolutely disgusting. It's pretty much dried up and it smells horrible as well. But there's some construction going on there. They're throwing up some more apartments or whatever else. We've got Aldi and Pure Gym there. But yeah, this part is pretty clean and it's pretty nice. It's well maintained. And there's a lot of nice flats and apartments around this bit. Yeah, it's changed quite a lot over the last few years. You can see like the apartments and stuff, they've been converted a little bit, but yeah, it's really nice. It's clean, there's no rubbish. It doesn't stink like the rest of the canal. But anyway, I'm gonna take you down here now, guys, because there is a controversial building that I recently saw online. And I'm gonna take you to it and I'm gonna have a look and see what is actually going on inside of there today. And it is actually a migrant hotel. It's called the Stay City Apart Hotels, and I can actually, it's over here somewhere. And just to give you some statistics, this hotel, it has 189 apartments and it holds up to 300 people altogether. There are 400 migrant hotels in the UK and it costs taxpayers £8 million per day, which is absolutely crazy. And you've got veterans homeless on the streets with nowhere to sleep. You have 160,000 children sleeping on the streets, and these men are sleeping in that hotel there. So yeah, I'm just here, man. There's quite a few people in here. Boy, it's quite interesting because normally, you know, they smoke outside, but there's some of them in the back smoking in the back as well. So God knows, probably drinking weed. Security guards telling them to go inside now. Where you from, man? From here. What country did you come from? India. How did you get here? Did you go on a plane or on a boat or from Calais? Did you come from Calais? No, from India. On a plane. How long are you staying here for? Do you know how long you'll be here for? Maybe a year, a month, forever? No. Do you get money for shopping and stuff? Do you get food or... Yeah. How much do they give you? Do you know how much? Like £50, £10 a day? 100? £10? And they're chilling out, just chilling out inside. Where you from? Eritrea? Ethiopia? Africa? No? So yeah, there's a lot of bikes and stuff. They're just chilling out inside there. And yeah, man, there's quite a lot of tents here as well. There's some of them camping out. So, but yeah, it's a dark reality of what is really going on in the UK. And just walking over there, when I went to the hotel, there was some of them in the backyard area smoking, but they had like terrified looks on their faces when I started filming, which is, you know, God knows what they're in there for and how they got to the UK. There's a lot of migrants camping out in St. Peter's Square, so we're going to go to the square now and see what people are doing there and what they're up to. But yeah, since I went to that migrant hotel just then, there's about 3 dodgy migrants like sort of following me now, and they think I can't see them, but I actually can. There's a woman there walking far behind, some guy on a bike blacked out, and then there was another guy that walked into the barbers as well. Yeah, from what I've seen on YouTube, there's always like dodgy people in Piccadilly Gardens, so I just walk over there and see if there's anybody in there now to see who's hanging around. Normally you see like a ton of delivery drivers and just hanging behind here. This woman sneaking up behind me, I don't know if she's following me or not, but I think she is because she just walked off over there now. But yeah, you have to be very wary in Manchester. There are sneaky people everywhere that think you don't see them, but I've saw like four different people sneaking up behind me thinking that I can't see them. all migrants, interestingly enough. And all after I went to the Migrant hotel, now all of a sudden I've got people following me and covertly chasing me, but it's all good. I don't know what's going on there, but it's like a homeless migrant essentially being arrested. It's been taken away now. That's stuff. Nothing new. Same thing happening every day in Manchester. It looks like he was drunk or something. He's been shoplifting and he's been lifted. But yeah, I'm gonna go around to St. Peter's Square now and see what's going on there. But yeah, I seen a video on Twitter. There was like tents. Oh yeah, they're here. The campsite's here, so I found it now. And this is St. Peter's Square. Now this is where they end up after they get kicked out of the Migrant hotel. There is a misconception about migrant hotels. What actually happens is when the refugee status is approved, they have 56 days in the hotel, and then after this, they're kicked out of the migrant hotel and they end up sleeping here on the streets. So it's crazy because UK taxpayers pay £8 million per day to house migrants in hotels. Now there's actually 400 migrant hotels in the UK. I'm going to say that again. There are 400 migrant hotels in the UK, and UK taxpayers pay £8 million per day to house these people, but they still get kicked out and they still get put in the streets after 56 days in the hotel. So yeah, it's interesting, man. I'm not going to go over and speak to these guys because I've seen videos on YouTube before. They tend to get agitated if you try and ask them any questions, and I'm sure they're going through enough shit already. They don't need somebody like me going over and filming them and speaking to them. So yeah, I think I'm going to make my way out of here now. It's a, you know, dark reality of this city. I don't really like being here. It doesn't really feel good. It feels very different. When you actually see stuff like that, it doesn't look good and it doesn't feel good, and you can feel the energy. Manchester feels very different. It doesn't feel like it used to feel. It's not the same as it used to be. It's a completely different city now, and it's not what it once was. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to Manchester Piccadilly now. I did say that I won't walk through there because I don't really like it, but I'm gonna walk through that way, past Manchester Piccadilly, and see what is happening. See what's happening. Some perfumes and stuff.
Take a free sample. Take a free sample. One lady.
I wonder what kind of perfume this is. It smells nice though. I can smell it from here. I can smell the smell from a mile away. It smells okay. I can smell something. But yeah, interesting. I've not been down here for years actually. I can't remember the last time I actually came down this street. I've usually come to Manchester like on the outskirts, or put my car in a car park and then go to a shop, but I don't actually walk down streets. So I've not been here for years. It has actually been years since I've been here. Years. Is he giving you a fine? Did you litter? Did you throw litter?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't have gave him your ID. So what actually happens is you could have picked up what you threw.
I broke the law
and walked
so
off.
He's enforcing that, which is understandable.
What did you do though?
Huh?
What did you do? Did you drop litter?
I tried to put it in the drain, but it didn't go in the drain, he said, so I understand that. Okay, can you stop filming, my friend?
Oh, it's a public place. I'm actually allowed to film. I'm actually trying to save you some money though and help you out.
I appreciate your effort. Thank you very much. But I'm
Can I just ask you, did you litter? Did he drop litter on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, well what you could have actually done for next time, sir, when you drop litter on the ground, you can actually pick it up and walk away and put it in the bin, and you can't do anything. So you could have picked it up. So just remember that next time. So you have this guy giving fines to people. You could have actually told him that he could have actually picked it up, so he didn't actually have to give you his ID. You could have given him a chance to pick up the litter. But you have this guy basically manipulating you and not telling you the full truth, and now he's getting money out of your pocket.
Complying with the law.
Well, you didn't actually break the law yet because you could have picked it up. So Yeah, but anyway, typical scumbags like this guy. He doesn't even work for Manchester City Council. So I'm just going to educate you on something now. When you see those guys from Manchester City Council hanging around, if you drop a piece of litter on the ground, they come up to you and they tell you that they want your ID and you have to pay a fine. But there is a secret loophole, and I'm going to tell you about it. If you actually pick up the piece of litter and put it in the bin, they cannot give you a fine and they cannot penalize you because you did not commit a crime. That man literally thinks that he broke the law by dropping a piece of litter on the ground when he could have literally just picked it up and threw it in the bin. But that's how the world works. Legal loopholes and manipulation, trying to get as much money out of you as possible. But if he had just picked up the piece of litter, he wouldn't have actually had to pay a fine. So there's some Deliveroo drivers through here now. So I actually saw a video on YouTube yesterday. A reporter from the Daily Express, he went to a hotel in London and it was full of illegal migrants, and they were all working for Just Eat and Uber Eats and Deliveroo, and none of them, so they're illegally working. And all of the bikes are outside of the hotel, and most of those guys are illegal migrants. That's why they wear masks, because they are legally working in the UK and they're actually not allowed to work. But generally what they do is they all share the same account. So one of them will get refugee status, and then they will get an account, and then they will share the same account and basically all work on the same account, which is why they wear balaclavas, so you can't see them and so you can't see what their face looks like. I'm filming myself. Yeah, you're right, mate. How's it going, mate? Where are you from?
How are you? You're alright, yeah, man. And then you're filming now?
Nah, I'm just filming me. Yeah. No worries, mate.
Yeah,
what's your name, mate?
Matthew.
Oh, nice one, mate.
Nice
from
to meet
Manchester,
you,
yeah. Nice one, mate. Cheers. Nice one, mate. So yeah, that is the case. What happens? Pretty much this is why they all wear balaclavas, because they're illegally working and they all have one account. They all work the same account, but because they're masked up, you can't actually see who it is. I saw a video about it yesterday on YouTube, and he was asking for comment from Deliveroo and Uber Eats and Just Eat, and they said they try to regulate their platform, but there are tons of illegal migrants still working. There's another one there wearing a balaclava too. I probably would never leave Manchester, but I wouldn't live in this city centre. I just don't like it. It's expensive, it's very sketchy, it feels different, it doesn't feel safe. Even though there's tons of people around going to work and stuff, as you saw in the back streets, it's not a very safe city to be, especially at night time. If you came here at night time, I would advise you to go with people and don't walk down back streets at the night time on your own, because you will see a lot of shady characters popping out of the woodwork. Even as you saw when I came here, the first 5 minutes, at least 4 to 5 people walking behind me and acting shady. But thankfully I was filming, so I saw them. And yeah, you have to be aware, guys. But this is the thing as well, shady characters, they don't like YouTubers. They don't like people like me, because I film and I expose everything. And then I put it on the internet and millions of people see it. And they don't like it because they see themselves on YouTube and they get exposed, which is why they try to intimidate you and stop you from filming. But I just want to say thank you, guys. 255,000 subscribers now. I cannot thank you enough. It's unbelievable. The last month alone, I've gained 5,000 subscribers. So I'm very thankful, guys, for everybody that watches my videos, everybody that comments, everybody that likes. It is humbling. And, you know, I really appreciate you guys. So thank you very much. And that's going to wrap it up for this Manchester video. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.